G'day cocktail lovers. My cocktail book is for writing down my favorite cocktail recipes. So it sounds more than a little vain if I say this week I'm adding an original creation, something I came up with all on my own. I'm a notoriously shy, retiring and modest individual, but I'm going to overcome all that and say I came up with a cocktail recipe that kicks ass. I started with a relatively simple idea of what if old-fashioned but chartreuse? Now you might say that isn't a particularly groundbreaking idea, but why would you? That's really mean. Why are you being mean to me? Well, starting from that relatively simple idea, I did quite a bit of workshopping to refine the recipe and get it more what I liked. The first big decision I made is I started with green chartreuse, but with a bit of comparison, I decided I actually preferred yellow chartreuse in this mix. The yellow chartreuse is a supporting role in this cocktail. I'm doing a split spirit base, half whiskey, half brandy, just like I like my Sazeracs. Like a Sazerac, my recipe is a relatively small diversion from a classic old-fashioned, and I honestly thought someone would have published this recipe, but I did a bit of research and it turns out, so far as I can find, no one has come up with this, or at least no one's published anywhere I found this recipe. If I show it to you and you say, I've seen that before, it's called a such and such, made by this person, let me know. Actually, don't. Let me have my delusions. Don't spoil the idea that I'm a special little petal. The closest recipe I found to the one I came up with used green chartreuse and whiskey and was called a Broadmoor, named after the infamous British mental institution. I actually decided to use that as the inspiration for my name for my cocktail. So I did a search and went, what is a notorious Australian mental institution? The top result was a place not that far away from me, the Ararat Lunatic Asylum. It was open until 1993 and it housed the
criminally insane.
Of course, that language belongs to a different time. The institution had changed its name to something softer by the end. In case you think woke is something new, and incidentally, if you use woke as a pejorative, I think you're a piece of shit, because all it usually means is treating people vaguely decently, particularly marginalized people. The site's now a tourist attraction, and there's a quote on their website from 1908, and it's from the Inspector General of the Insane. And I just want to take a moment to appreciate that truly awesome job title. He said regarding the prison that was adjoining the asylum, its continuance as an adjunct to a mental hospital in this, the 20th century, is more barbaric than barbarism. It only took another 90 years to shut the place down. And now you go and tour what's called J Ward. That's the part of the institution where the most extreme cases were housed. When deciding what to name the cocktail, I went through a few ideas. I was thinking about calling it the Ararat, but in the end, I like the sound of the J Ward. So this cocktail is the J Ward. That's enough background. Let's talk about the cocktail and the ingredients. Because it's named after an Australian landmark, I wanted to feature Australian spirits in the base. I mentioned it's a whiskey brandy split. For the whiskey part, I'm using a small batch release from one of my favourite local distillers, Starward. The brandy is from St Agnes, one of Australia's oldest distilleries. The original St Agnes distillery was opened more than 100 years ago. Then of course, there's the yellow chartreuse, providing a nice herbal contrast to the spirits. I'm rounding things out with some Peychaud's bitters. In terms of serving it, I was surprised when I looked up the Broadmoor, the closest to this, and it was being served up. And I was surprised because it's so close to an old-fashioned. Well, anyone who knows me knows I'm not going to miss a chance to serve a drink over some sexy clear ice, so that's how I'll be doing it. And here is how we make a J Ward. In a mixing glass, add 1 ounce or 30 mils of the whiskey of your choice, then 1 ounce or 30 mils of the brandy of your choice, then 1/3 of an ounce, around 10 mils of yellow chartreuse, follow that with 1/3 of an ounce or 10 mils of sugar syrup, and then rounding everything out with 2 dashes of Peychaud's bitters. Add ice to the glass, stir that for 20 to 25 seconds to chill and dilute the drink. Then I'm straining that into rocks glass over a big chunk of sexy clear ice and using my favourite garnishes of a twist of orange peel and a couple of maraschino cherries on a skewer. I always like the colour Peychaud's bitters lends a drink if the spirits aren't too dark. There's no reddy orange going on here, and although I already know how this tastes, taste test time. Not fooling myself, yep, this is a good drink. Like I said, look, it's relatively subtle. I'm not going to be super surprised that someone has come up with this exact thing, but I couldn't find it. And you know what? Them's the rules. If I can't find a cocktail that has the same recipe, I get to claim it as an original creation. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. In all seriousness, I'm really happy with how this came out, and I really recommend you try it. It's a fun little but noticeable change to an old-fashioned, and I really enjoy it. Like I actually did a whole barrel-aged version of this as well, and that was really good too. But I'm going to sit down and enjoy that. Hell, maybe I'll have some of my barrel-aged version afterwards, just to spoil myself, because I'm special. You're special too. I hope you're looking after yourself. Hope to see you again soon. Until I do see you again, I'll say cheers.